I'm Camden.
And I'm Adrian. Welcome to WTCE News.
Today is Friday, April 19th, and it is our 158th day of school.
Now it's time for our Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. Please stand up, cover your heart, and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our lifeline for April is perseverance. It means to keep at it.
I show perseverance when I am doing my homework. I could give up and not do it, or I could do it and possibly get a good grade.
How do you show perseverance?
Now it's time for our life goal pledge. Please listen and repeat the words and hand motions after me. I will not stop.
I will not stop.
I will not give in.
I will not give in.
I will keep going.
I will keep going.
I will persevere.
I will persevere. Today for lunch we are having chicken and noodles, mashed potatoes, green beans, mixed fruit, roll with butter, and milk.
Yummy!
Happy birthday today to Taylor P. Please go to the office for a pencil and a birthday wish.
Happy birthday!
Art Literacy Night is only
4 days away! Woo!
Do not touch all of the wonderful artwork you have created in the hallway. Miss Stairs would be so upset if you made it fall off the wall.
This morning is the last day to get your book fair items from layaway. Everything will be packed up here soon.
Look for those spare Legos you might have around your house. We need them for our Lego STEM challenge.
Ask your friends or parents or even grandparents to donate. Just put them in the bucket outside Miss Adams' door.
Wow, donations for Riley have really been coming in. Great job, everybody.
As of filming right now, our top 3 classrooms are, drumroll please, 2nd grade Schrock with $89.51, kindergarten Clum with $39.16, 2nd grade Barron's with $38.59.
Check out the rest of the class totals on our TV screens in the hallway. Keep bringing in those donations.
3rd and 4th grade are still iLearn testing, but 5th grade doesn't start iLearn for a couple of weeks. Remember to be quiet whenever you are moving in the hallways.
Shh! Chicks are hatching in 1st grade.
Check out these adorable pics of the chicks.
Today we, the other 5th graders and I, will be going on a field trip to a chocolate factory in Fort Wayne.
That's us!
Please remember to do the right thing even though you are not at school.
Today we have a special guest joining us. It's our favorite school counselor,
Miss Louie!
Well, I'm still glad to hear I'm your favorite because I haven't been here in quite some time. And I have quite the stack of Trojan tickets to go through. So you guys better just be ready. So, we have Aria from Mrs. Goad's room for letting somebody go to the bathroom before her. Taylor from Mrs. Parker's room for helping clean up a water spill in the gym. Caroline from Mrs. Welsh for being a good friend. Alex from Mrs. Baker for helping out with breakfast cleanup without being asked. Grayson from Mrs. Dresch for participation and respect. Mallory from Mrs. Dresch for good hallway procedures. Xander from Mrs. Mula. He's doing an amazing job at presenting to adults at the STEM night. Ella from Mrs. Jordan for helping clean up the library for STEM night. Kendall from Mrs. Jordan for helping clean up the library. Beckett R. from Mrs. Schock for always trying his best and working so hard. Daniel W. from Mrs. Davis, he swept the playground sidewalks during recess. Reagan M. from Mrs. James for making wonderful, responsible decisions. Max from Mrs. Klum, Max walked the entire cafeteria picking up trash today with no one asking him to. Sophie from Miss Jordan for being quiet and following directions. Jackson from Mrs. James for stopping in the hall to face the flag to say the pledge before continuing to class. Are you guys still with me? You're almost there, you guys. Ivy from Mrs. Cope, she worked so hard on her eye read. Katie from Mrs. Adams for helping clean up. Gavin from Mrs. Goad for picking up the room. Cheyenne from Mrs. Dyer, she always works hard when I work with her. Penelope from Mrs. Dyer, she has great handwriting. Elijah from all of the 4th grade teachers for showing improvement in behavior and effort in class. Carson from Miss Parker for being excited for his friends at the Boomer Convo. Shelby from Mrs. Scares for making kind choices. Joel from Mrs. Scares for brightening everyone's day. McKenna from Mrs. Underwood for putting great effort. Tyler from Mrs. Carpenter for leading by example. Skylar from Miss Carpenter for showing optimism. Paisley from Miss Carpenter for doing the right thing. Richard and Olivia in Miss Weitzel's class from Mrs. Schrock for following good bathroom procedures. Kraylin from Mrs. Schrock for helping a friend. Aiden from Mrs. Tragister for standing up and helping a kid. Jack from Mrs. James for Jack helped with an iPad problem. Millie from Mrs. Welsh for helping pick up recess balls. And then Aspen, Lily, Haley, Nolan, Kendall, Andrew, and Reagan, all from Mrs. James's class from Mrs. McGuire when she subbed, saying that they did outstanding leadership, kindness, and support. We did it.
Will you please stay for the mindful moment?
Of course I will.
Please listen and follow along.
Sit up tall and pull your belly in. Put both hands on your left leg and take a big breath in. As you let it out, twist your upper body to your left and look gently over your left shoulder. Take a long breath in, and as you let it out, twist a little bit more to your left. Now come back to center so you're looking straight ahead. Put both hands on your right leg, take a breath in, let it out, and twist your upper body to the right. Gently look over your right shoulder. Take one more long breath in, let it out, and twist a little bit more, very gently to your right. Release and come back to center so you're looking straight ahead. Shake your body out a little bit, and then hold still. Take one more big breath in, and let it all the way out.
Remember, it's important to settle yourself before you start your day.
Let's get our day started. Please say the Miller motto with us.
Treat people right